Buhari tells close associates he doesn't see himself handing over to President-elect Tinubu. But me, I will never believe Buhari again. It's a big distraction to Nigerian politics. My country people, welcome back to our page, Everyday People's Voice, where we dey talk the truth as it dey happen. My country people, Oga Osinbajo don come out, come open up on wetin don transpire before. Na be to say Tinubu gun when he hold, only take am take shoot himself for leg. Na be the meaning of this video wey I wan make una watch so. Inside this video, una go see wetin the Tinubu and the Osinbajo don do before, wey Peter Obi wan do again. Oh, my country people, what goes around comes around. Peter Obi is heading for his recovery of his mandate, which is 101% possible, says Osinbajo. My country people, una dey see wetin dey happen so, God no dey sleep. The matter don tie wrapper. This word wey Osinbajo talk so, my country people, abeg make e no be like say I dey talk too much. I wan make una watch the video to the end, make una see how e take analyze how dem do their own, wey Peter Obi go do im own too. Na the same thing wey dem do before, na dem wan do again. So, my country people, without wasting your time, make una watch this video, then make una tell me wetin una think about wetin go happen next. Thank you.
In 2007, when our party, then the ACN, was rigged out of elections in Osun, in Ekiti, in Ondo, and in Edo State, I was asked, he invited me to his residence, as Asiwaju invited me to his residence at Bodilon. And he said to me, the only way by which we can possibly reclaim the states that have been taken away from us by this rigging is going through the courts. And he said to me that the only way is by proving that there was multiple voting. In other words, proving that a few people simply thumbprinted ballot papers, dumped the ballot papers into ballot boxes, and they were counted in favor of the opposition, then of course the PDP. He then said to me that the only way we can do this is by somehow, he says, I don't know how you are going to do it, but somehow proving by forensic evidence that this is exactly what happened. I said to him, I said, Asiwaju, look, nobody has ever proved an electoral case, an electoral petition by forensic evidence. There's just no history of it. He said, and I said, what is even more? We have over a million ballot papers. If we consider all of the ballot papers in each of these states, there are over a million, or in fact at the time there were about 1.3 million ballot papers putting together all the states. And how can we prove multiple voting? He said, you know, I've told you what my own view is. You just go and look for a way of sorting this out. So I went to the UK and met with possibly the most experienced fingerprint expert in the entire United Kingdom, a gentleman called Adrian Forty, introduced to me by some of the QCs who I'd worked with in the UK. And when I told Adrian Forty the enormity of the problem, he laughed and almost fell off his chair. He said, in all my own almost 50 years of experience as a fingerprint expert, I have not even done up to 4,000 fingerprints. You are now saying that I should come and do 1.3 million fingerprints. Come on, I mean, that's almost impossible. Anyway, so we parted that day, that was a Thursday. And then he called me back on a Monday and said, let's talk again about this crazy thing that you have suggested. And we sat and talked about it. And somehow designed a way. He said, of course, we used a bit of technology. But most importantly, we were able to get fingerprint experts He said to me, he said, the only way is to get the number of fingerprint experts that have never been assembled before. I said, about how many? He said a minimum of 50 fingerprint experts. In the end, we hired 63 fingerprint experts, 63. 50 of them were from the UK police. What was even more interesting about that was that even to get the UK police to support us, Asiwaju had to come all the way from Nigeria to come and talk to friends and people who he knew to try and persuade the authorities to let us use the UK police. In the end, they allowed us to, of course, in the spare time of those policemen. And we got an additional 10 policemen. Altogether, 63 policemen working flat out for almost 6 months. We were able to put together for the first time, definitely in the history of electoral petitions anywhere in the world, we were able to put together a solid forensic case that showed that all of the places where we were defeated, it was on account of multiple thumbprinting. And we also demonstrated that it was impossible for those who said they voted. For instance, we showed that if you cast 20,000 votes in a particular unit, when we calculated the time that it takes to cast one single vote, it's usually above 5 minutes. But we discovered that our friends in that other political party were able to cast their votes in 5 seconds. Because all they were doing was simply thumbprinting. They just simply take out a booklet and thumbprint as many as possible. So we were able to demonstrate all of that in court. Cut a long story short, one by one, we were able to get back the states that had been taken away from us. The only way by which that could ever have been achieved is surely not just by the vision, but by the determination of the leader, of our leader at that time. It was, of course, the leader of the ACN at the.
My country people, I believe say una don't understand wetin me they try to tell una. You dey see am so, what goes around comes around. Tinubu that time where the ACN, all the wayo where they play, go long Osibajodo expose everything out. Now Peter Obi gets every right to bring in forensic and every other thing to check this thing when they talk about right now. In that case, Peter Obi's mandate is coming back to him. He's going to be the president of Nigeria. Even our president, Buhari, he even talk and say, he not see himself, they hand over to Tinubu, make you know say the game is over. My country people, our comment section dey open. Make una check out our put. I go see you now for my next video. Thank you all and bye bye.